Hey guys, welcome to Red's Projects. Today, something very exciting is happening. I want to make this thing run. So, this is my ls1 that I've had for a couple of years. I freshened it up and built it probably 2 years ago. It was some of the first videos I uploaded onto YouTube. It's basically a stock ls1 with just fresh rings, fresh bearings in it. But it's been sitting around forever because I've been waiting to get a car for it. Or a vehicle to put it in, I should say. And now I have that XG ute, which this is going to go into. So before I even think about sitting this in it, I want to get it running just on the wheels the way it is now. So to do that, there's 3 areas I need to address before I can try and start it. First one is oil. So there's some parts up on the bench I'll show you in a minute that I need to put into it. And put oil in it, get oil pressure, and make sure that side of it's sweet before I try anything else. Second side is spark. So I've got a set of coils, I don't know if they work or not. I've got brand new MSD, I've got crank triggers and cam triggers that may or may not work, so I've got to confirm that I've got spark on every cylinder. And then I need fuel. So I've got to go pinch a Carby off another car just to make it run. But by the time I get to that stage, I should be pretty confident that it should start or not. But starting off with the oil system, I need to pull the sump off, put this guy on, because the original one that came out the motor had a big hole in it from where the conrod tried to jump out the bottom of it. So I got a new one of them. I got to put the pickup in. I got a new O-ring for that. So pickup, windage tray, put a dipstick in, put a gasket on, obviously, and seal the bottom end up. Put an oil filter on, put oil in it, and we'll crank it and get some oil pressure, hopefully, and that will kick things off. So I will just quickly lay some cardboard down, lean this motor over on its side, and pull the sump off and get started on those things. Okay, before I flip it back onto its wheels, this is where the last motor tried to send the conrod through the bottom. There's the rod there. So it punched through the windage tray and smacked this. This wasn't out, it was just really cracked and bad, so we've welded it the best we can. I was going to try and get another sump, but these front hump like Commodore sumps are getting harder to find and more expensive. So for the moment, I'll stick with this one. Obviously, if it leaks, I'll replace it. It is like a little bit warped. It's not as flat as it could be. So if I have any dramas with it leaking, then I'll have to get another one. But it's all on. It's all sealed for once. So I'll flip it back over and put more stuff on. Okay, flex plate's on, starter motor's on, manifolds are on, dipstick's on. These, by the way, are 6 litre Commodore manifolds. I'm told these are the only things that really bolt in and work with you know, XD to XG LS conversion. That's what's going in there to start with. Now we're at the interesting part. It's finally put oil in this thing. So I'm just going to use some Penrite running in oil. Learnt this tip from a magazine. This is one of the Chevy mags. One of the things they tell you to do is to, you take this plug out and put a hose in there with a funnel and try and put as much oil through this hole as you can, because that goes straight into the oil pump. It goes straight into the main gallery and stuff. So try and put like half a litre, I guess, into there, and then try and crank it and stuff. So I'll try that first. I'll see how much of a mess I can make, and then we'll put some oil in it. I'll pull the plugs out and try and crank it and get some oil pressure. And of course, I need an oil filter as well. Alright, so I got oil pressure, which was good. I had about 40 psi cranking, which is alright. I've set up the coils, the leads, the MSD, that's over here as well. So I'm going to try and get spark on this bank, and then I'll see if I've got spark on that bank, and then we'll be ready to see if it comes to life. Alright, we are making great progress. We've got spark on all cylinders, which is awesome. We've got oil pressure, I had 40 psi oil pressure. So now I just have to go pinch a Carby that I know works off another car, bolt that on, set up some sort of dodgy fuel system, and we should hear this running really soon. I'm really excited to hear this thing make some noise. So give me a few minutes and we will try and start it, I think. Alright, got Carby on, got a bike tank to just a gravity feed it, got some fuel in it. I think everything's ready to go, so I'll put you on a tripod. Let's just make sure got some priming happening. There we go. Okay, let's try again with some bigger, heavy duty leads because the other ones were just getting a bit warm. Okay. Alright, it's the next day. I was going to end the video off last night and I did an outro and everything like that, but thought I'd give you a little bit of an update the day after. So first thing, I have got an oil leak. It is coming from the sump, so I think I have to, it is coming from the welds on the sump, so I think I have to get a new sump for it. So that's a bit shit. I did a compression test on it, and it all looks good. We are a high of 160 and a low of 150 psi, so all the cylinders are even and nice and strong, so that's awesome. I just checked over a few things, and one thing I really wanted to do out of curiosity was to put these headers on. These are Tony's ones. They're like HSV VY, I think, or something like that. So these are meant to be like the best sort of factory headers you can get for these things. So they're longer tubes as well, so it's not going to sound too like bloppy like they do when you got no manifolds or really short manifolds. So I just want to fire it up like this and finish the video off this way. Alright, well that sounded a lot better than those short little cast manifolds. So that's pretty much to be expected though. These headers are going on to Tony's Red Monaro with the blower on it. So I'm going to be doing that soon. Keep an eye out for that. That'll be next couple episodes. Other than that, I'm really happy this motor runs now and everything seems pretty good. Like there's no noises, it's got oil pressure, all that sort of stuff. So that means I put it together somewhat good. This is going to sit around for a little bit. I've got to get the auto sorted and ready to go in. That needs a few bits and pieces. And then really there's not much stopping me. So I'm hoping to have everything sorted by Christmas holidays and to put the motor in over Christmas holidays into the car. So car should be registered by then, auto should be ready, motor's already ready to go. Just small bits and pieces I still need. So I can't wait to get this in the car and drive it. It's going to be awesome. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.